Hello YouTube, Tobimaru here, and today I bring you a new video about Palworld that I'm still playing, not as much as before. I only like play for like 10-15 minutes a day. I come here and breed some pals and then I leave. Did everything I wanted to do in the game, so now it's just end game breeding, trying to max out my IVs and stuff. And today I bring you the top 5 modifications, top 5 mods that you can find for this game. At least in my perspective. If you have others, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking it, commenting, all that stuff. Check out my Twitch as well, because I stream sometimes. Yeah, let's get into it. Number 5. This is one of the most useful mods you can have if you breed a lot of pals. And if you're on the end game, you are breeding a lot of pals, right? So do you know how annoying it is that you have to hold F to incubate an egg? That's really, like, it just sucks as experience. Well, look at this. I just click F and they pop open, like one after the other. No need to keep pressing, right? Yes, this is a mod called Faster Edge Press, and it's just a client-side mod, so you don't need to install it on the server. You install it on your client, you can use it on single player, multiplayer, dedicated servers, whatever you want. It just changes your client of the game. And it's a godsend, because before I used this, I was just sitting here pressing F for a long time, and now it's immediate. And yeah, I already, like, my box is full of the presses, but yeah, you can see that this is really useful. I recommend everyone to use it. It just doesn't make any sense that you have to keep pressing F. It's just a bad user experience that they need to fix on the game. But while we don't have that, we have this mod to help us out. Also, you have all the links for all the mods that I'm showcasing down in the description. You can download it there on Nexus Mods. You have the guide how to install them there as well. So if you have any doubts or troubles installing them, please let me know. Number 4. Yeah, another one that is life-changing. It's game-changing. It's everything you wanted for. It's the Stuck Paul Rescuer. Well, you can't really see it in action because it works like behind the scenes. So this is a must-have in my opinion. What this does is teleport your pals that are stuck around the base. So imagine, like, Jormuntide always gets stuck on something. A lot of pals leave the base, they get stuck on something. For that reason, they start to get angry, they develop all kinds of weaknesses and diseases. Well, this mod, what it does is it checks if the pal hasn't moved a certain amount in a certain amount of time. If it didn't, it teleports it right to the pal box. Yeah, if the pal is stuck, to move it to the box. You won't die starving in a corner of your base. This is incredible. This should be in the base game, of course. Well, first they shouldn't get stuck, but if they do, this fixes it. There's only one caveat with this, is that it needs to be installed on your server. If you play single player, you can install it on your game. It's easy, you don't need anything else, you are good. But if you play on a dedicated server with other people and you don't have access to it, well, you can't install it unless you ask your server admin to install it for you. If you are a server admin, well, you're in luck. Install it this as quickly as possible. It really works. We have been playing on this server with this mod for a while, and we haven't had any problems with pals getting stuck anymore. Do this. Number 3 and 2. Well, now I'm going to showcase 2 really similar mods, in a way, that allow you to see your pals' IVs. Well, if you don't know what an IV is a term coined on Pokemon games that means individual values. On Palworld, they are hidden from the player and influence the pal's HP, attack, and defense. They go from 0 to 100% and they affect each stat from 0 to 30%. For example, a pal with a 100 attack IV has more 30% attack than the one without it, with 0% attack IV. Well, this doesn't make a big difference, but for those that like to min-max their pals, Well, it's a good endgame goal to have and a system to focus on. Since you can breed IVs, you can match two pals and try to pass the highest IVs to their children and to their children's children and try to get like a 100, 100, 100 pal and get those 30% buffs on everything that will scale with passives and skills, right? So the problem is that calculating these values are hard. You can use an online calculator, there's a bunch of them. If you search on Google like Palworld IV calculator and you input your attack, defense values there, it will tell you more or less what your IVs are. But that takes a long time, right? That's a lot of work to do for each pal that you have. Imagine that you are breeding, like for example, I'm breeding the Pressos. Well, I have a bunch of eggs here, right? I'm trying to find the perfect IV Depresso. Imagine if I had to go every single one of them and go to a different site. Well, that's where PAL IVs come in. This is a mod that runs on client side, so you don't need to change anything on server side, just runs on your machine. That allows you to see each IV for each of your PALs. So, like this Depresso, you can see it here, like on his life bar, you can see that it has his current life / maximum life, then 98. This means it has 98 IV. Same for attack, 127, its IV is 84, defense 67, that's 100% IV. It's crazy, right? It's the max. So what I'm trying to do is breed them, and they have, I think, don't quote me on that, but I think they have like a I think they have like 33% chance of passing one of their IVs to its children. And what I'm trying to do is to get a perfect Depresso. This is the highest I could go to. Well, not actually not. Let me see. I think I have a better one. Yes, this is a better one. It is a 98 HP, 97 attack, and 99 defense with all the passives that I want for it. It's almost perfect, but I'm going to try to get every single one of 100. It will take me some time, but I have done everything else in the game, so this is the end game for me, right? So yeah, if you want to see the IVs in game and do this min-max, do it with this mod, PAL IVs. Link in the description. And since we are talking about IVs, number 2, PAL Analyzer. This mod that I just showed you allows you to see your IVs on your box for the pals that you have. What if you want to see for pals that you want to catch on the wild? What if you want to see them for pals you haven't caught yet? That would be good. Well, this mod is I'm quite torn on it because it might be considered cheating, since you are getting information that the game doesn't give you for a reason, right? Before you getting a pal, you shouldn't be able to calculate it or have access to their stats and their passives. But if you are on endgame, you did everything and you just want to maximize your efficiency on catching pals and only want to catch pals that have really good IVs, well, you can use the PAL Analyzer. Let's go somewhere. Let's go to the Goblin Zone, Goblin Turf. You can access to the settings with Shift O, and it has a lot of settings that you can change up, which is really cool. You can set the search distance, display style, if you hold toggle it or it's always on, all time. So for you to see this, you don't actually see it by default. You need to click Alt. So I'm not clicking anything. I click Alt and it appears on top of the PAL. It's really convenient, right? Really cool. Okay, I think I need to kill all these guys. Maybe this is not the best place to be. Okay, but another thing is that this mod has like a little progression system on it. So you don't actually see all the pals from the get-go. You have to actually have them... You have to actually catch at least 10 of them to be able to use this. So let's see, let's go to one that I don't have 10 of them. Like Astagon, let's go to him. So here I am in front of Astagon, and if I press Alt, I can't see its passive skills. And I can't see the IVs. I can see its attack and defense, but not the rest, right? But if I catch 10 of them, then I will see everything. And this is actually configurable. So you can set what you want to display, like passive abilities, active abilities, even the drops, you can see that. Okay, now you can see the items that it drops. It's really useful. Let me just catch it. I killed it. Well, no problem. Yeah, you can really configure it. So you can see here the thresholds, they are also configurable. So if you don't want to wait until you catch 10 of each to get all the info, you can set it here. Like stat threshold, this specifies how many of a given species you have to capture before the stats show. So if it has 0, it will show for everything, but you can change this to 10 and you only and it only shows the stats when you catch 10 of them. The active ability as well, if you want to see that, by default it's 5, you need to catch 5. And then the passive abilities that they have in the IV thresholds is after you catch 10 of them. And you can change this, so this is really cool. And you can also analyze humans, domestic piles, alphas separately, color code IVs. And yeah, you can say that if it has less than 20, it's a bad IV, or change this for less than 50. And if it's a good IV, it's higher than 80 and shows it in red and green. You can change the typeface, positioning, and the keybinds. So in terms of configuration, this mod is really cool, and it really gives you a lot of information on the balls that you want to catch. Yeah, I really recommend this one. Maybe not for your first playthrough, but after you reach endgame or you are playing a second time and you want to be more efficient and catch only pals that are good, this is a good one to have. Number 1. So this is the last mod I want to show you. This is different than the other ones. It doesn't affect gameplay, but it does affect your ability to take cool screenshots with your pals, right? So this is the photo mode. So you press F8. You can move the camera to take really cool photos. Like, it's not a cool one because the horizon line is bugged, but you can come here and take a screenshot. You have camera settings, like you can increase the field of view, like a bunch. You can have chromatic aberration. You have multiple styles, and bloom, and lens flare if you really like Zack Snyder. Temperature, saturation, contrast, gamma. So this is really cool. You can hide DUI as well, take your screenshots. Just took one. So let's try to make a cool picture. This is my really fast Malaysia Airlines. Maybe here, press F8, and I can move my camera. Change the speed of the camera as well. Now camera settings. Let's make this like this. Some lens flare. And let's take a screenshot. Cool. You press F8, you leave screenshot mode again. You are good. Like with the moon behind us. You can take really cool pics to send your friends. Yeah, and that's it. These are the mods that I'm using right now that I enjoy the most. I've seen other ones, but I actually don't recommend them for now, at least. But I'm sure people will keep bringing more mods to the game, making more fun stuff. There are a lot of mods that change models and stuff. I'm not a fan of those, but on the Nexus Mods site, you can search for a bunch of them and try them out. Just be careful for mods that have low downloads, that have no comments. They might be sketchy, they might be installing viruses on your computer, so take that into account. Only install mods that are recommended by the community. These 5 are the ones that I recommend. All the links are in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Check out my Twitch as well, link in the description, and have a good time. Oh, and also if you are using other mods, please recommend them down below in the comments. I really wish to try them out. I'll see you later. Bye bye.